Most players absolutely love the clubs that they grew up with, right? Well, they built their careers and their fame from there, but mostly footballers are considered employees, and each player's destiny might be decided by the team. So, at times, some players had to leave their beloved clubs not so willingly. Why? Well, that's what you're here for, isn't it? Yeah, in today's episode, we got a list of players who have had to leave their clubs against their will. So, let's get straight into it, right? Number 6, Andrea Pirlo. With the right intentions, it's simple to believe that AC Milan sold Pirlo to Juventus accidentally. Pirlo actually underperformed significantly during his final 2 to 3 seasons at AC Milan. It was obvious to everyone that he lacked both the drive and the willingness to make sacrifices for the squad. He was one of the final members of AC Milan's legendary generation, earning an absurdly high pay for Mr. Berlusconi's new low-key financing, which made the situation worse. When his contract expired, AC Milan released him because they were unable to give him a new one at a comparable level. Given his spectacular recovery at Juventus, it might seem improbable now, but at the time, it was the most sensible choice to make. Number 5, Frank Ribery. Munich has been Frank Ribery's home for more than 10 years. The mysterious winger has left his mark on Bayern Munich's illustrious past. His family has relocated to Grunwald, a pleasant neighborhood in the banks of the River Isar. But on May 25th, after the German Cup final, Ribery said that he was done. He said his final goodbyes. His time with Bayern ended, and as the team leaves behind a heyday that Ribery was a major part of, the realities of age and circumstance can't be avoided. Number 4, Luis Suarez. It's no secret that Barcelona hasn't been doing business as usual the previous several seasons. Lionel Messi, the club legend, attempted to leave the club but was unable, and the club has come under fire for how they treated him. When Luis Suarez was asked to leave Barcelona by manager Ronald Koeman, a similar controversy arose. The Uruguayan asserted that Barcelona was determined to remove him at any cost, and he anticipated that his friendship with Messi will play a significant role in Barcelona's desire for him to leave the team for the summer. To lower the payroll, the striker was discounted for sale to Atletico Madrid. Well, we all knew that the club was already struggling with the coronavirus pandemic's financial difficulties at the time. Number 3, Iker Casillas. Everyone is clear that he was a person to be revered, even by his fiercest enemies and their supporters. What could possibly go wrong with him, right? What could go wrong? Many of us believe that his most admirable professional moment came in 2011, just after the Spanish Super Cup and at the height of the Barcelona-Real Madrid feud, when he reached out to Xavi. Although the specifics of this call were unknown, the best assumption is that both Xavi and Iker asked his teams to calm down because Casillas was concerned about the unity of the Spanish national team, whose nucleus consisted of players from 2 clubs. This ruined Casillas' already tense relationship with Jose Mourinho, the manager of RM at the time. Intriguingly, Casillas was charged by Mourinho with leaking squad lineups and other information. By the end of 2012, when Diego Lopez benched Casillas and essentially signaled the beginning of the end of Iker's stay at Bernabeu, where he repeatedly was being booed by supporters, this conflict between Casillas and Mourinho has reached its peak. He also lost his form, which might have been a result of the blow to his confidence following the Mourinho altercation and made things worse for him. He departed Real Madrid in an absolutely horrible manner. After a trophyless season with no RM representative present at his goodbye news conference, Casillas was forced to quit his favorite club. It was unfortunate how the RM board and supporters disregarded one of its greatest legends. Well, yeah, you could say that his cherished club owed him better. Casillas also wrote a post on an Instagram page outlining his reasons for leaving the club. 7 years have passed since Casillas last competed at the Bernabeu, and the goalie decided that now was a good time to discuss his departure. Number 2, Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos, the captain of Real Madrid, was forced to depart after 16 seasons, during which he won 22 championships. Ramos, who was 35, had a difficult injury season and had only played 5 times since that year's beginning. In all competitions, he made 21 appearances for Real Madrid, which is the fewest in his previous 15 seasons with the team. And if you guys remember, Ramos joined Real from Sevilla in 2005 for a then-record sum of 27 million euros, the highest ever paid by a Spanish defender. Ramos, who has made 671 appearances and scored 101 goals, was named captain in 2015 following the departure of the goalkeeper Iker Casillas. whom we already talked about, I would hope you remember. He was one of the club's greatest players of all time, winning 4 Champions Leagues, 2 Copa del Reys, and 5 La Liga championships. Ramos missed games during his last season due to injury and after contracting COVID-19. He was a member of Madrid's lineup for the La Liga season finale against Villarreal, but he didn't participate. At first, it was planned that Ramos' contract might be extended, but Real and Ramos have been unable to come to terms. In the wake of the COVID-19 outbreak, the team sought to offer him a 1-year agreement with a 10% pay reduction, but Ramos requested a 2-season extension. The seasoned defender was also left off of Spain's roster for the upcoming Euro 2020 competition. Ramos' absence meant that no Madrid players were included in the Spain roster. Ramos had played 180 games for the Spanish national team, making him the player with the most appearances in the team's history. He's also Spain's 8th highest goal scorer of all time with 23 goals. At 3 European Championships and 4 World Cups, he played for Spain. He had a significant role in the teams that won the European Championships in 2008 and 2012 and the 2010 World Cup, so yeah, that's a huge loss. Numero uno, Lionel Messi. Ah yes, the name we've all been, probably waiting for. Officially, the financial and structural challenges at the club were to blame for Messi's shocking exit. Barcelona has been among the elite teams in Europe that has been most negatively hit by the COVID crisis's economic effects. The club has been working to cut its salary costs to comply with La Liga's fair play rules for the 2021-2022 season. As a result, it's been speculated that long-tenured players Gerard Piqué and Sergio Busquets will accept a 40% pay reduction in exchange for new contracts. Even though it had been reported that several of the club's top-paid players are on the transfer list, no solution to the current off-field problem has been proposed. Since Messi was the best player in the world as of 2021, Barcelona had a significantly smaller budget for the future season and was unable to afford to keep him. After his prior contract expired on June 30th, Messi became a true free agent in July. Messi had been anticipated to agree to a new 5-year deal at the Nou Camp through the conclusion of the 2025-2026 season in exchange for a 50% pay cut to help with the club's ongoing financial issues. Not only that, but a wage decrease of more than 50% is forbidden under current Spanish employment legislation. Messi's illustrious tenure at the club appears to have come to an end, though as it now appears that the transaction has fallen through. After submitting a transfer request owing to continuous conflicts with former club president Josep Bartomeu, Messi was generally expected to leave Barcelona last summer. However, under the influence of new club president Joan Laporta, Messi decided to extend his contract by 1 year. So we went through the 6 best players who had their beloved clubs removed from their career and the reasons for them. So, what do you guys think? What additional conditions would force players to quit the team? Drop in your views in the comment section below. And anyways, it's coming to an end of the episode, so did you guys love today's video? Do you want to see more? Well then follow and subscribe, all that good standard YouTube fare. See you later.